Peace to all the guys and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses, chiefs and priests of the motherfucking land. I hope you're having a great cosmic rising at night, depending on when you catch or see this video. It's gonna be a quick video, plus my phone about to die anyways. But I wanted to speak on two things though. You feel me? So recently I seen that the Pope has passed. And to be honest with you, they talking about like you got all these people that's, you know, especially the religious people going around saying it's the end times now because, you know, the Pope, it's a book about the Pope's prophecy, whatever. I just want to let y'all know, anything that y'all see in them books about Revelations, end times, all that shit is being staged. It's being set up. You feel me? They want that shit to happen so they can introduce this. This is where the second thing comes in, right? They discovered signs of life on another planet called K12-18b. So K12-18b. Supposedly they found signs of life on that planet, which they not capping about, but they bullshitting, playing this false fantasy like this the first time in human history they found actual supposedly life on other planets. That's cap. They've been on, nigga, there's life from other planets that's already here now. That's why they slowly roll it. They can't just push it out on you because it'll cause mass panic, which they don't want. So they don't just throw it all out there. They trying to ease it out there. You feel me? Ease it out there with the set amount of time they have left on this planet. Now, I just want to speak on one thing. While all this is going on, has anyone remember about the EPSTEIN files? Anybody remember about the EPSTEIN files? I'm just asking. It seemed like niggas forgot. As soon as all that shit took place, niggas just forgot about that shit. Niggas just forgot all about the EPSTEIN files. So apparently the first phase of the EPSTEIN files was released this past February, which nobody talked about. I'm gonna be real, be for real with you. $150. I ain't seen nobody talk about that shit. But I looked it up recently. I looked it up today actually, and they dropped the first phase. They dropped the first phase of the EPSTEIN files, but they ain't put the full thing out. They call it the first phase, and that was this February. But the crazy thing is, I ain't even know they did that shit, cause they got all this other shit going on that they want niggas to be distracted by. Do y'all not forget Donald Trump on that Epstein list, nigga? He on them flight logs. It's tough. It's tough. Like, it's getting real out here. Niggas forget he was in them flight logs, gang. So that's what I'm saying, like, it's a reason why they rolled it out all this shit. It's a reason why Donald Trump said, oh yeah, I'm gonna release the JFK files. I'm gonna declassify a bunch of CIA documents, blah, 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 blah. Then you got this thing going on now where I seen something recently where the CIA trying to find the Ark of the Covenant and shit like that. There's another like rampant theory running around that there's like pillars under the pyramids when it's really not. It's just tunnels, deep ass tunnels that go to certain places. We got all this shit. Excuse me. We got all this shit being thrown out right now to keep niggas from looking. That's the main. See, people don't know the main thing that's gonna bring all the disclosure that niggas want. Even this is, people don't know that the trafficking is what leads back to these ETs that's on your planet. They just trying to hurry up and form a reality through these religious books. Like I said, the end times, that's being orchestrated by them. So all they trying to do is orchestrate that shit so niggas can accept this being that's been on this planet eating niggas' children for years, nigga. Eons. Look up Baal. Look up the god Baal. That's not no god, nigga. That's an interdimensional demon, an extraterrestrial demon, nigga. You gotta remember, right? Hold on, y'all. You gotta remember, though. These ETs is physical just like us. No matter if they vibrate on higher dimensions or not, they still got bodies like us. Any vessel can be possessed by the greater good or the greater evil. You feel me? It don't matter which you is. You feel me? Or who you is, nigga. The evil can possess you and the good can possess you too. So you gotta understand, like, this trafficking shit is gonna lead back to these specific species of ETs that was responsible. I'm gonna say it like this: these ETs was responsible for your abductions that took place with the white people during like the 60s, the 40s, 60s, and the 50s. What the fuck is that flying around my head? Anyways, that species is the same species responsible for your child trafficking taking place and responsible for them abductions that took place. And all the cow mutilations too. So we know who that is. And then there's another group of species that's been on this planet way longer than them. They you know how they say angels and jinn predate the humans? Put it like that. They predate the humans. You feel me? But these niggas predate the humans, but the thing is though, like, they carnivorous, they cannibalistic. That's just how they made. You feel me? You got certain creatures in nature that's just like that. I mean, look at lions. Lions, I ain't gonna say they cannibalistic because they don't eat each other, but they carnivorous, nigga. Bears is omnivorous, nigga. Them folks eating berries, fish, you know, whatever they get their hands on. Hawks, eagles is carnivorous. So you gotta think of the same thing with us humanoid species, nigga. There's gonna be a humanoid species that thrives off another species. You just got different species of human. You feel me? Different species of animals, nigga. It's certain ants that clap ants. If they not, you know, two ant groups, you can't put red ants with black ants, they'll fight. You can't put honeybees with bumblebees, they'll fight. You can't put hornets with yellow jackets, they'll fight, nigga. They will literally fight. Before they integrate together and reproduce, they will fight. So you gotta think the same thing. What's with us humans, nigga? It's something here that's twice our power. We think we the apex predator. Boy, y'all better go watch the movie Predator, nigga. You think humans is the apex? They not, nigga. Never was, and they can be, but they never was to begin with. Put it like that. Not with the disadvantages that we have right now. You feel me? But we can become the apex. That's the thing. So, anyways, all in all, peep the Pope passing away. They talking about all his revelations and shit. If the rapture happens, just know that's nothing but a bunch of abductions that took place. What else was I about to say? And like I said, them talking about they found signs on that planet K12-18b, nigga. It's not cap, but it's bullshit. Like, this ain't they're just slowly, the disclosure is finally here, nigga. They just slowly rolling that out to you, because these ain't just they ain't just making this shit up and throwing it out there for you to believe. I mean, yeah, you got placebo effects and shit, but no, they're giving you real information. They're what's the word I'm looking for? They're compromising. You got certain information that's more. Okay, you know how you got good news and bad news, nigga? Well, you got bad news and then you got worse news, nigga. Put it like that. Like, there's certain information that's heavier than others that they can't let out yet, so they'll let the lighter shit out to the public, and slowly roll out the lighter shit to the public, so that way when they come conditioned to that, then they can roll out the heavy shit, ease out the heavy shit on us. You feel me? But they don't know that this shit not gonna go how they want it to. This shit just gonna all come out on everybody. And the way that's gonna happen, right? The way this shit gonna come out on everybody, nigga, is one, them EPSTEIN files, and two, them Diddy tapes. They got them. Yo, Homeland Security got them. They got their hands on them tapes right now, nigga. And your U.S. federal government, specifically the Supreme Court, they got their hands on them Epstein files right now as we speak. And not they, like, don't get me wrong, they still got a job to do. They gotta redact a lot of stuff, you know, keep certain victims blurred out and keep their names blocked out. But don't get me wrong, they still gonna be shady and redact some other stuff out too. So that way they can try to hide these people as long as they can. Because once we look at these people and find out who been taking our children, trafficking these children, every 40 seconds a child go missing, nigga. That's sick. We living in hell. If your child, heaven is a place where your child can be on their own, unsupervised, knowing, not believing, but knowing your child ain't gonna get touched or harmed. That's heaven. You can let your child roam freely knowing they ain't gonna get harmed. But in this world, nigga, it take 40 seconds for your child to get harmed, brutalized, in you feel me, organ harvest, nigga. Straight like that. You have no control over your child through the birth certificate when we even speak on the birth certificate. But then that's a different story. That's a different video. Point I'm making is, nigga, this shit that's taking place, nigga, is real information, but it's bullshit to keep your eyes off what's really need to be talked about. And that's them Epstein files. And them Diddy tapes. We ain't heard shit about Diddy since he went to jail. That nigga probably not even in jail. He probably somewhere eating good, nigga. I said the same thing about Epstein. I don't think that nigga Epstein killed himself in jail. I think that nigga faked his death. Like, yeah, he went to jail, but like, when you got that much money, you can do shit like that. You could pay niggas off. That's just how money work. Sad to say, but like in this society, in the mental imprint that they managed to engrave into humanity, nigga, with money, niggas will do anything for a large lump sum of money. It depends on how strong is your desire, you feel me, for money. How strong is your urge? You feel me? How strong is your desire for the money, and how weak your ego is to it. You feel me? So like, let's say a nigga tell you come do this shit for 500,000. You might be like, hell no, you gonna have to give me about 10 mil. They be like, all right, I'll give you 10 million. How about that? But you better get it done. And then they show you the 10 mil right there in your face, nigga. Most niggas will break right then and there. It don't matter what it is. Cause you gotta remember, some niggas don't got morals. Nigga could be like, it could be an old ass nigga worth 20 billion, nigga. He tell a nigga, hey, nigga, I'll give you about 5 million if you suck my dick. You what? You think it ain't a nigga out there that's gonna go for that? Pause. That I even gotta bring that up, but that's just how weak niggas' ego is to money. Niggas will kill their own family, blood, for money. Niggas will sacrifice a child for money, gang. So you gotta understand, money makes shit happen, nigga. And when you got niggas like that, Jeffrey Epstein with that much money, nigga, I think he was way more than a billionaire, but he linked up with niggas like Bill Gates, nigga. You know how much Bill Gates is? What? You know he got enough money to pay off some shit to fake his death. Look at Donald Trump. The nigga paid his way into presidency. You think what? That nigga's Donald Trump he spent so much money behind closed curtains to bribe niggas just to make sure he win this campaign, nigga. I'm telling you. You best believe DT, nigga, he put in some money, nigga. He paid his way into presidency, so it's just how this shit is now at this point. So, best believe that's why DT paid his way into presidency, so he can keep that shit on the low. He releasing all this other shit now and all this. They saying all this shit now, but what about them Epstein files, gang? And Donald Trump was on that junk. Bill Clinton. There's many more, nigga. They said this. They said they found 200 documents, and then there was over 1,000 documents that weren't even turned in. So that's why this February they released the first phase of the EPSTEIN files, and they still got 1,000 more files to go over, look at, edit, so they can redact names, victims' names, and shit like that, addresses or whatever the case may be. And then what they gonna then after that they gonna release them files out to the public this whole rest of this year. So I say by next summer we gonna see the second phase of the EPSTEIN files, and I believe the third phase will be around like October going into fall. And that third phase is gonna be what set a lot of shit off, because there's gonna be some shit seen in there that's gonna make a lot of people in society sick. They gonna look at the whole world different. You feel me? Especially them celebrities. They gonna look at Hollywood much different. But what y'all think, man? Y'all drop in the comments below and let me know how y'all feel on the Pope death, them supposedly finding life on another planet. And last but not least, did you forget about the Epstein files, or you a nigga that still remember it? Cause nigga, I wanna know what's in them, who in there, nigga. We need to know who in there, and we not finna forget about. I'm not finna forget about that shit, nigga. And Diddy too, them Diddy tapes. Let's not forget the Diddy tapes. We gonna see a lot of black, you feel me, celebrities that was involved in some, you feel me. Epstein is for the whites. See, this is what niggas don't get. Epstein got files on all them white celebrities and them white businessmen and CEOs that's in record label owners. And then for Diddy, it's for all the black celebrities, like the rappers, the actors, you know, musicians, singers, models. You know, that's what Diddy and them for. But once you get into niggas like Epstein, that's a bigger field. We talking to niggas that's running the operations. Diddy and them is just like the middleman in the operation of this huge child trafficking operation that's taking place on the planet. And then when you look at niggas like Lucian Grange, Michael Rubino, you looking at niggas like Epstein, you looking at niggas like Bill Gates, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Obama, Michelle Obama. You looking at people like Oprah. You feel me? Even Oprah. You feel me? You looking at niggas like them the head honchos of the operation. We talking gatekeepers. You feel me? But when we look at niggas like Diddy and Jay-Z, yeah. Anyways, I'm done with this thing. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments about all this shit. You feel me? Other than that, shit, I might come back with another video on this shit. But I do want to do another video speaking more on the biosphere of the planet. You feel me? And you know the different it's basically it's different spheres of realities in one sphere, right? Google a biosphere, you're gonna see lithosphere, hydrosphere. What's the other one? Lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, nigga, like the regular air. And then it's another one. The fourth one will be biosphere, that make up the whole three junks. But notice they all got the name sphere, but they like all merged in. Like this world is really like a channeled in reality. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like a tourist field that we connected to, but through our spirits. And we just, the way we see this world is projected out from our brain. So all these signals that we're getting from this TV channel, we're projecting it out just like how a TV would, the images out through our eyes for us to see what's going on in front of us. You see what I'm saying? You know, the same thing works with the TV. The TV is projecting those signals onto the screen. The screen is sending signals to your eyes for your eyes to see whatever images is displayed on that screen, TV screen. The same, that's where they get the TV from, and the camera is from your eyes. Oh shit, I don't know, man. But other than that though, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I value y'all. And like always, I'll be back with another one. This fly getting on my nerves. One love make universal love, y'all. I'm out.